going to be joining us. We are still going to continue because if we don't, then we'd have to wait another 2 weeks to play. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I did.
Along those lines, I've got a quick question. Are you, Seth and Josh, are you coming here next weekend?
No.
After recent events, we just decided no.
Okay.
I am now going to South Carolina.
Sweet.
All right, Chris, I'm showing up still.
All right. Well, yeah, Nicole told me to either get a pork butt or a brisket and just make it. And if there's leftovers, we can freeze them.
Okay, that's the plan.
I support this. I won't be here, but I want pictures.
I mean, I'll go if there's free meat.
You can come here. There's free meat over here.
Oh, baby.
Mine's saltier and juicier.
What?
You don't know.
Chris, I'm significantly closer to you than they are, and my meat costs money because it's a premium product.
I think he was very clear that if it's free, he'll come.
And money is no option.
No, trust me. He pays money, he'll come too. It's fine.
It's all
Wow.
Chris, are you uncomfortable yet?
It's
Are we
always,
streaming
it's always
yet?
free here.
Oh, we've been streaming, baby.
Oh, good.
Oh, baby. All right. All right. So the housekeeping's out of the way. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. All right. We're rolling for recaps, boys. Good luck.
We'll set it up.
Definitely. I'm gonna go ahead and say definitely not me. Someone else wants to have me be
already.
under debt. No, not even close. I've been.
Someone else already told me, not me.
If it lands on me, it's fine. I'll do my best.
Exactly.
How about we just have Alec do it?
All right.
I vote for Alec just to do
But
it.
it has to be
He was the
recap of
first
the
one.
entire
on,
night,
so-
not just the session.
So there we were. Our dreams being stolen from us. I'm kidding. I know that was 2 sessions ago. So the best that I can remember is that we.
I'll help. I'll fill in.
Okay. We got pulled to investigate a bunch of murders that were happening to like rich folk around the city. That there were a couple different places that they were all at. I know that one of them was the brothel. I forget what the other one was that they were at. And then they were
bar/tavern.
right. And that they were followed home and killed in their homestead. Correct.
Some homesteads, some out in the streets.
Okay. Right.
They were all older people that supported the council.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So we got tasked to try to stop Dorm Rowntree from being killed. We met him, spoke to him about. We what was the guard's name? We grabbed the really young guard who was all super stoked to come along with us.
You guys took Captain Walter.
Yeah, Captain Walter, who was fucking stoked about coming along and helping out. But we went up there, believed that we used Pass Without a Trace to get to Dorm's house. We all snuck inside, told him what we had planned on doing, and Saren brought him in the back, got some mannerisms from him, and came back out wearing his clothes and looking exactly like him, missing an ear, gesturing a lot, using strange insults, yada yada yada. We go to a brothel. We get the most expensive prostitute per Dorm Rowntree.
No, you did not.
No. We were told
not
to
do that,
and I didn't do that, and I got us 400 gold extra.
Nice.
We grabbed a girl who I think I told the person that I wanted to break in, as fucking gross as that is, and I believe we didn't do anything. Did I tell or give her enough money to try to get the fuck out of the city and go do something else?
I think it was 200, 100. I don't remember.
I mean, I don't know. I have 400 gold and he gave me 1,000. So I think that we paid 400 for the girl and then I gave her 2.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. But just to get her to go out and not live that life anymore. And then we went back to Dorm's place to find him dead.
Nope.
With a girl standing over his body.
Nope.
I missed some stuff in there.
You missed some stuff on the way back. somebody with a very high perception noticed somebody on the rooftop.
Right. Yep.
And that's when we attacked. And to our knowledge, possibly a misty step away. And we tracked the blood down an alleyway to his back window. We were expertly teleported inside, and then we found her standing by.
Oh yes, and we find out that the girl is a drow, because yes.
And the one thing we missed from the very, very, very beginning was the quick interaction with a water elemental.
Yes.
Rodok.
Oh, right, yeah.
Rodok did a fantastic job.
A water pouch of healing
diplomatically.
potion.
Yeah, fuck, I'm sorry for cutting your thunder away. That was really cool.
We also stayed the night in a magical tower.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, with a jacuzzi.
But it was still quite cozy.
The coziest jacuzzi.
And then we got to this town. We also met up with some really crazy people that want to burn the blight out of people that we're going to go meet tomorrow night. We like
a bunch of crazy people.
We like
everyone loves fire.
Fire's good. It's cleansing.
And when you guys did make it in, Odoron was able to immediately get you in front of Baroness Drake, where you were given some information about what was going on with the spreading corruption, and some of the issues with the resources that were available to everyone at Evans Watch. Thank you. You were also able to get a little bit of information regarding Jode and his goings on in the area, in that he went into Evans Heart shortly before everything went to shit.
Well, there's a town that we need to stop at with a druid that they haven't been to in a while.
Yes, the town that apparently moves or something, or is unpotable. I don't know.
Oh,
I think I'm using Harry Potter terms.
Oh, the
It
town's
was something
there.
that the people. The fuck did you get that? It was a thing that the people, at least that you spoke with, were not able to plot, just because it's something that was hidden to them.
So like a Harry Potter unplottable spell around Hogwarts.
Sure.
And then one other thing that was important was Saren, you noticed that you noticed the perfume when you were getting into the manor was the same as the perfume that you smelled at the brothel. And
Right.
this time you recognized the perfume as something that you had known. You had recognized the scent on someone else beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with that is where we'll start. The last thing that happened was Barley was very vocal about the fact that he was shooting his gun. And since Barley is not here, what is going to happen is he is going to be extremely excited, and he's going to yell something about his paw telling him about shooting whores in the back, and he is going to go to shoot, and he is going to nimbly trip over his 2 feet, and as the gunshot goes off, he will fall and hit his head, and he is going to be knocked out.
He doesn't fall onto his gun, does he? That would be.
No. The shot goes up.
He blows his fucking
He
head
shoots himself in the mouth.
Yeah, can we actually make you roll for his life or death right now?
What's his
If
gun?
don't show up.
What's his gun do? Hold on, let me scroll this shit back up.
It's okay. He always misses anyway, so it'll probably miss whatever you're trying to hit.
Mm-hmm.
He gets 4 shots at himself. He only needs to hit 2 and he dies.
Jesus
Will,
Christ.
if you watch this, I love you.
Oh, he's definitely gonna watch this. But yeah, with that,
Honestly, you're right. I can't find it. I scrolled all the way up. I can't find one where Will actually lands a shot.
He landed one shot on this girl, and he was very
hit
surprised
her
that she
right
did
in the
not
thigh.
die. Yeah.
Yeah, if she has some amount
is
of
that-
HP, it's
is
not
that-
a lot.
Is that the 2d10 plus 13?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Because I think
okay.
I hit her.
It was a
too.
bunch of damage. That's the thing. He's like, I'm not gonna hit much, but when I do, it kills. But yeah, so currently there is a woman standing over a dead man.
Oh, tangentially, I realized what I changed. I'm not using the front ports on my case anymore. I'm using the USB ports on the back of my monitor. I think
Oh.
the front ports on my case might be fucked, which is why like you guys aren't getting good signal.
That could be it.
There you go.
Because it's like loose. It doesn't got the friction anymore.
It's like a
The
hot dog
ports
down the
on the-
hallway.
Yeah, it lost its
Yeah.
sauce. I got you.
The side USB plugs in the monitor, however, are nice and tight. So good signal.
Josh, can you set the scene so she's over the body? Is she holding a weapon? Like I
So
need a
yeah, so
picture.
basically what had happened was you guys came in as she was slitting the throat of Doran, and when she turned around, she was she was standing. She turned around and saw what ostensibly is Doran, and she looked extremely shocked and wide-eyed, holding the bloody dagger in her hand.
Rodok is going to shout "murderer" and cast catapult. Probably rip one of the books from the bookshelf and try to hit her with it. Yes, too late.
Weren't we in initiative?
No.
Can we?
Can
be?
we just be in initiative?
She got hit for 33 fucking damage last session. What do you think's gonna happen?
I got
We're-
this.
no, we-
I got this.
we're trying to prevent her from taking any more damage.
Can you actually roll for the one bullet that Barley got off if it ricochets and hits her?
Did it hit Rodok?
No,
It
Rodok's
would have
armor-
hit. It would have hit Jode if he was here. I know that much.
It would have hit
Facts.
Joe if he was here. This is
Actual
accurate.
facts.
Can we not let him use catapult right now? I've got a thing.
He said it.
All right. So I'm going to
Jesus
need
Christ.
a DC 14 dex save from this girl.
Thank God, she seems at least dexy.
Oh, so much damage. Oh
That sucks.
no! I rolled so well.
So, she gets over the shock almost immediately as she notices that someone is trying to. Are you throwing a book at her?
So catapult basically animate something between 1 and 5 pounds, and I choose
Yeah.
a vector to shoot it. So I'm like basically pulling it from behind her or along the side to just. It's not coming from me. It's just like coming from like the wall. To just tries to clock her in the head from the side, basically.
So, as a book tries to magically catapult her from the side, she gets over her shock, and at the very last second, she nimbly dodges out of the way. And
Alright,
she
then
looks at the book and says, "What the fuck?"
And the
Can I
book
do something
takes
quickly?
the book takes 20 bludgeoning damage when it hits a wall. Does anything happen to the wall? Because that's a shitload of bludgeoning damage. Is there a noise? Is there a alarm? Does things ring out?
So it hits the stone wall because if you remember, this is a panic room, and it hits the wall, and you hear a loud like thud, and kind of like dust from the rafters above kind of fall down, and the bookshelf that is near there kind of like rattles and rumbles, and some stuff fall off of the shelf.
Rodok shouts "murderer" one more time.
I'm gonna put my hand out to in front of F's and say, "We're not here to kill her. Stop it."
I'm not going to kill her.
Oh,
And I
okay.
cast command. And I need a DC 17 Wisdom saving
I
throw.
also meant F's. I meant to say that I'm putting my hand out in front of F's.
And I command her to grovel. It makes her fall prone until the end of her turn. Son of a bitch.
And she looks at you and she says, "Nice try."
All right, fuck her up.
Can we stop this for just a second and just hold off? Just stop using force.
access to this room, like a window or something? Can I like make my way over to like?
There's no
a
window.
window?
The only way in there is the door that is currently open.
It's the panic room.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm just parking myself in front of that door then.
You're like, ain't no one getting out.
Mesa terror.
I want to
An action if she holding an action if she tries to come by.
You have no way out, no way in. So you can either come with us willingly, or I can stop preventing my team from killing you.
He means allies.
I said what I meant.
I wasn't trying to kill.
I was.
She looks at you, and then she looks over at who she believes is Doran, and she says, "Who are you?"
I will use my glamour weave to go back to my regular leathers, and I will change back into Saren. And just like look at her and like shake my head and say, "What the fuck?"
I need you to DM me a question.
Okay.
There you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So then, as you change back, she looks, extremely wide-eyed, and she says, "What are you doing here?"
What the? I mean, what the fuck are you doing here? You're just murdering people now? That's what we do.
If we're ordered to.
You were ordered. Are you the one that's been killing these people?
And she looks at the rest of the party, and she says, "Who are they?"
They are my companions.
We're the good guys.
Saviors of the world. Maybe you've heard of
I'm gonna
this.
look over at F's and say, "You sure as hell don't act like it." But yes.
Act like what? What the fuck did I say? Why do you keep looking at me?
He's confusing.
I keep
Road
confusing
Dog
your
and
characters' names. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, did something happen that I missed?
I do.
Yeah.
I knew what he was going for.
Yeah.
I tried the non-lethal option.
And so she looks at everyone, and she also kind of eyes the giant lion standing right outside the door, and she says, "What do they know?"
They know that there's somebody murdering nobles in this town.
Wait a minute. You know
Specifically, nobles of the council.
Right. You mind showing me the order that you got to kill these fucking people?
Do you think I would keep something on me like that?
I mean,
Not all of us are as reckless as you.
okay. I'm
You
gonna
know
ask
her?
again.
My 8-inch has me confused.
Yeah. We slightly work together, I guess. Not in this capacity, though.
Right.
So, are you the one that's going on this killing spree, or like, are we gonna get jumped by like, 5 or 6 other people?
There's nobody else. It's just me. It's up to you whether you let me go.
No, it's not up to
I
him
would-
whether he lets you go. You're not.
I would
leaving.
like to roll insight on that claim.
What is that?
What are you trying to figure out? Well,
If
what
she-
were you
if-
trying to figure out?
I was trying to see if she actually was telling the truth of being a lone operator, but with an 8, does that get me anything?
You cannot read her.
Maybe I can. Ugh.
You cannot read her.
So what is there to gain with killing these nobles?
An upset of power.
Anarchists.
Order on this is your specialty. She's sitting there trying to upset the council. This person has been
I'm thinking.
ordered.
And remind me, our orders were to just investigate. Were they weren't actually. There was no action like given that we had to do, right? There was no like bring them in,
They wanted you
kill them, stop them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, stopping the killing of Doran was, one of the things they wanted you to do, but they wanted you to figure out who it was, possibly why, and at that point, helpful to apprehend / kill. They probably would prefer apprehending.
Okay. For what reason do you have to attack the council?
Orders.
Orders by who? And then I'm gonna look at our newest party member, because I expect that she's not gonna answer.
Does she? Does she say anything?
And I'm not gonna break eye
Someone
contact.
very
with them either.
powerful across the sea.
I'm gonna continue to maintain eye contact with
Aaron.
names.
Darren.
Yeah.
And these were directly from him.
And she nods.
Can I just make like a general insight check on like whether or not I feel like that this is coming straight from the top, or if this is like for personal gain? Like,
Mhm.
Okay. My insight is okay. Wow.
You definitely cannot read her.
Okay.
So as an aside, we did our home game yesterday, and I had Kara do all the rolling for me, and she rolled an unfathomable number of crits almost consecutively.
Yes,
It was
she
great.
did. Yes, she fucking did.
Well, all of that luck has come back to haunt all of you.
Yes. No, it wasn't lucky for the rest of us. She was
No, I-
rolling for the DM.
I was the DM.
Oh.
Yeah, you know how nice it is when a fire giant crits?
Sounds
As
nice.
someone who got critted multiple times in many sessions as Jode, I think I do.
I mean, it was also against 2 barbarians, so it's not even remotely that impressive.
Oh, shut up.
It was against
Did
against a totem bear barbarian. It was basically nothing.
Did I not tell them who I worked for
Nope.
before?
No, you have not really told us much about your. You didn't even really out of character. I think we knew you were on some sort of like mission, but I don't think we knew in character. You were just. I don't remember exactly why your reason for coming along was.
You were just chilling
just
at
hanging out.
the
You're
other
just
place.
chilling.
No, I think I remember saying that this is my first mission, and the only reason I was there to do it. I just thought that I also said who I was working.
No, that's right. Yeah, you said it was your first mission, and you had completed your mission, so you're like, I got nothing else going on. I'm gonna come with you guys.
Right. That's why I didn't want to murder the guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Would you accept that I'm not at liberty to say right now, and I'd like to find out more about what's going on?
I'm gonna look at the rest of the group and say, I think it's fair to say that no one's leaving this room until we have answers.
That is
I know.
correct.
Okay.
And,
Well,
the woman goes and leans against the wall, and she is, has her back to the wall, looking at you. With she crosses her arms. She says, "And what answers do you want?"
Just ask you, for what purpose are you killing nobles?
I told you, to upset the power.
For why? For what reason?
I feel like we're talking in circles.
For what reason? Don't you see? The council aren't necessarily favored by the majority of people anymore.
If they're
It's time for fresh blood to start taking the lead.
if they're not favored by many people, then why? The logic doesn't make sense to me. Why continue
Because
to kill
the-
people?
Because the nobles in power still support them. We need fresh blood that can lead the new generation. And by killing the nobles that are currently in power, a younger generation can take hold.
So, what if the younger generation also does not support your ideals? How many generations must you kill before your goals are met, or before your thirst is sated?
And she looks at you with a smile and she says, "Oh, we already know. We're only targeting the ones that we know are going to help."
Additionally, what happens when the people you're trying to gain support of know that you're just murdering the people who don't support your ideas? Do you think they're going to continue to support you at that point?
Well, the others have already supported the council for doing nothing less than the same.
What others?
The other side.
No.
I
So,
believe we're at
and-
something of an impasse.
And what was your plan at this point? If we were to not be such a talkative bunch and decide that this is where you make your final days.
It comes with the job. Eventually, I was going to die.
Well, that's a very depressing outlook.
You know, I find it very funny that you call me reckless, but you know, I'm not the one that got caught.
Josh, is the only body in here that of the noble?
Yeah, one of his bodyguard is currently in the hallway, dead.
Dead too. Okay. I was gonna ask where he was, but I didn't want to sound stupid. So
I'm gonna look over to fuck, dude, I'm never gonna remember your name. I went to go look at D20
Aaron.
and it says Alex still. I'm
Alex.
gonna make you-
Yeah, it's Saren.
Yep.
Aaron,
Saren,
Oh, fuck.
like the
Okay,
gas.
Darren,
Got
like
it.
the cast.
I'm gonna look over at Saren and say, and what of you? Is this the group of people that you support as well?
I can tell you that I was never tasked to kill anybody. That I was intelligence gathering for unnatural things in the world, like, you know, people being immortal, and figuring out how to make that not be a thing.
I'm guessing that the only reason you weren't tasked to kill somebody is because you were too green and not yet trustworthy. And then I'm gonna look
And
over.
because he's bad at it.
I'm gonna look over at our new friend and say, "Does that sound about right?"
And she added, and because he was bad at it.
Ouch.
I'm gonna toss a dagger at her.
Jesus.
Right?
But like, can I non-lethally do it like Deadpool 2, hit her with the hilt?
Yeah, go for it. That hits.
25. I guess take sneak attack out of there.
Okay,
So,
you hit her with the hilt of the
piercing damage.
dagger, and as you hit her, we'll say, right at the shoulder blade, she winces, and she looks as it falls off of her, and she says, "See what I mean?"
Would you like me to hit you with the pointy end? I can do that.
Enough. This gets us nowhere. How does she look? Like, we know we've done damage to her. How does she look as far as being bloodied?
I mean, so you can see that where she was shot with by Barley, it's very wet. I mean, the bleeding has not stopped, and she does not look so good.
Okay. What? Can you tell me your name?
Christina.
Christiana.
Or Christiana, excuse me.
Aguilera.
Whatchamacallit? Christiana. I mean, I'm sure it's hard to talk with the wound you got going on there. Can I help take care of that?
She looks at you distrustfully. She looks at the situation in the room and realizes that it's not like she could particularly argue with whatever it is you guys want to do anyway. And she nods her head in approval.
let's see. Okay, so I walk up and they, please excuse my touch. Put my hand over the wound. And seriously, that's it?
Yeah.
God, that sucks. All right, yeah. So she gets 13 health back.
Right. And as she starts feeling rejuvenated, you can see that she looks very relieved, and you can see that some of the color starts turning to her face. And she grunts and she thanks you.
Welcome. So, the way I understand it is you and Saren work for an organization. It's where you get your orders from. Do you work for this organization? Is this just for pay or for ideals or both?
And she considers her answers, and she says both. Okay, you. I don't know how you got that bag open, but you can't have all these balls.
Does she really say that?
That's a weird thing to say after you've been healed.
I likes to play with the balls.
I got a giant thing of ping pong balls so I can like throw them because the cat keeps losing them, and he found the bag and took it from where I had it and opened it. Okay.
So we're getting rid of loyal council nobles. Who are their replacements?
They're very young
Soft.
children.
Soft men.
Very young children?
Their very own children.
Their very own children. And who leads them? Because I find noble brats usually hang together.
It's
there's
not
always a
so much.
ringleader.
No one's leading anybody. That's why it's so perfect.
So the
The
children's
old nobles were put into power by the council.
Mhm.
However, the younger generation, and primarily these nobles' sons, do not support the council. And they are to succeed their fathers. Don't you understand? We don't
I
have to
got
do
that.
anything. We just have to give them a path.
Nice.
Right. And the younger generation is being put into power by us, right?
So all we have to do
Same
to
thing,
stop
right?
this is round up the younger generation and take away their power.
If that's what you want to do.
I mean,
I've got a whole different job I'm supposed to be doing. But,
You even know who they support?
I mean, my jockstrap doesn't know who it supports, but my balls still get hung up.
I do not support this line of reasoning.
I feel like at this point we're
Says-
just wasting
says
time, and
my-
we should bring
Where's my
her in.
jockstrap?
We should bring her into the Baroness to see. I mean, to see what they want done with her.
I mean, this
concur.
I do, because this is getting beyond our capacity.
Exactly.
We've done what we
Before we
can
go
do
in
here.
there, I'd like to make this clear that I have cooperated with this so far. Even if I am affiliated, I am not on board with what happened.
Noted.
Like,
We
I'm
know.
vaguely aware of your affiliations.
No, he did help us.
She sneers at Saren and she says, "You're never going to go far."
I mean, I'll live longer than you.
We'll see.
How far does the hangman's news drop, lady?
How far does the hangman's noose drop, lady?
You'll go farther than him in that regard, yes.
And just to be clear, Saren, you're willing to disown your employer, who you worked very hard to rise up in, when we do this.
Not as hard as you would think. And also, I mean, why disown him? I could be a great asset.
If the organization that you work for, whoever they are, then it wants the nobles dead, and you actively work against that and defect and turn in one of your own members, you don't think that they'd be upset?
how are they gonna know?
I mean,
Well, let's check this shit out. Snap my fingers and I look like a fucking tiefling. My name's Jeff. What up?
My name is Jeff.
that's my first thought immediately. I mean, you can make all the excuses that you want. I just want to make sure you understand what you're saying, because anything different. Just look how quickly these two wanted to murder her.
Uh-huh.
What two?
If I thought I was gonna put myself in a position to die, do you think I wouldn't have just turned around and ran away?
I don't know anything
Good.
about you.
Okay. Well,
And
most
that's-
people want to preserve their own lives, and I like living. So. Yeah. Let's just see what the Baroness says. Let's see how she wants to play this.
Yes.
Agreed.
I believe this one can cast some sort of magics. I would bind the hands,
In the mouth.
gag the mouth. Yep.
And
Yeah.
then,
Holds her hands up knowingly.
can we search her for anything that
That was-
looks like spell components or
That's what I was
casting
just gonna
focus?
say.
Is anybody's investigation good?
I think mine is decent. I just haven't. I don't like to double or triple up on rolls because I think it just ends up.
Mm.
She doesn't happen to have a cloak of infinite dimension door, does she?
That would be unfortunate.
She does not.
Okay.
I mean,
Alright.
if you want just for okay, never mind.
Was my investigation.
Oh yeah. You find a pouch with different casting components.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab it and shove it into one of my own pockets. And continue to help bind her up.
Knowing our trade, can I look for hidden weapons, daggers, things that aren't immediately apparent, and also strip the immediately apparent weapons?
Yeah, it's fine.
8.
You find nothing.
Damn. Yeah. You just look like a bitch.
All right.
Well, let's go off to see the wizard. I'll have Cinder perch on my shoulder.
I am actively going to be walking behind her.
Understand.
And I would like to be leading her with the rope wrapped around her hands, and then I'll be holding it like it's a chain gang.
Fair enough. She does not put up any sort of struggle, and she just follows you. It is probably around like 2 or 3 in the morning at this point.
We have to do something about the bodies, though. We need to alert somebody.
What about our captain that came with us?
Oh yeah, that's right. Captain, are you prepared to take care of this?
He looks around kind of a little morbidly, and he's like, yeah, of course. And he salutes and he runs off.
What a team player.
Yeah, actually, the Baroness is the leader of like this entire town, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Odoran, can I talk to you like away from her for a second? Can we trust them to just hold her for a sec?
Sure, and I'm gonna hand the lead over to Pretos.
I'd like to walk far enough away out of earshot of her, like being sure.
I mean, are we saying that we're already back at the Baroness's estate?
I thought that you guys were still in.
Yeah, I thought we were still in the room. I thought we were like getting marching.
Okay,
together.
when you said her, I didn't know if you meant the Baroness or the
No,
prisoner.
no. Christiana.
Christiana.
Get far enough away and say, so totally down with bringing her to the Baroness. Do we think it's a good idea to bring a master assassin in front of the leader of a town that she's trying to destabilize?
I was kind of thinking that.
I'm just saying, like,
I would imagine the Baroness does have her own cadre of guards and things.
I'm not trying to be rude,
I
but
think
are you guys involved in the conversation?
I think it's just me and Odoron.
Oh, okay. No. Then
I was thinking out loud that I was thinking
Gotcha.
the same thing.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I hadn't quite considered that, but what do you suspect that even bound that she has that ability to
I mean,
be a threat?
put it like this: me in her shoes, I might be able to kill her.
You might be able to kill her.
If I was trying to assassinate somebody, I mean, why?
You might
why
be
is
able to
she going
kill the Baroness.
the Baroness if I'm in her position? Maybe.
Well, then we don't bring her in. We bring her to a secure location and tell the Baroness that we have her.
Agreed. I think that seems like the best move there. She seems way too keen on what's happening right now.
Then we bring her to, I don't know, an inn. I don't know. I don't know my way around here well enough to know where we should bring her.
A dungeon? We can ask a guard.
Immediately. I mean, are we still? Can we ask Captain?
Then we send him off.
He just ran off.
I mean, he's still in the building, right? Like with us?
No, he ran up to go find a guard.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you guys wait, he'll eventually come back.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't think we can go back to the Baroness estate in our current situation. I mean,
Alright,
we should
so then
talk to the rest of the
you
group and make a decision, but we should wait. I think we should wait for him to come back and immediately put her behind bars.
I think that she should think that she's going to the Baroness.
She can think what she wants, but she'll be behind bars.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, let's go back to the group and talk about it.
Oh.
All right, so you guys go back to the group.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? I guess how do you tell the group the plan without her knowing?
I mean, I guess I could grab people one by one and walk them out and just kind of relay the information.
I was gonna say one of the two you could hold her off to the side like we just did, and the other one could communicate.
Yeah. I mean, whoever, doesn't have to be me. I'm just saying, yeah, one of us can hold and the other person relay information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Either way, doesn't matter to me. I'll hold on to her.
Okay. I tell everybody something different. Haha, I'm evil. No, I relay all the same information that we talked about outside.
All right, so is the plan to even get her close to the Baroness or not, but we need some place to hold her?
I think the initial plan is to find a place to hold her, let the Baroness know what's going on, and then let her decide whether or not she wants to see this person in person, or if so, in what fashion.
I would suggest a stable. They are closed almost like cells. Can't get out. And there's enough of us to surround and guard if we're looking for something
Okay. I mean, I'm good with that.
like that. A basement always works. They're kind of hard to get out of, but I just don't know where to get one. Stables are a little bit easier, and you can get onto the Baroness's estate without actually being inside.
I don't. I mean, yeah, tentatively, yeah. It's just a little scary to have her that close, I think.
Oh, those are my suggestions. I'll abide by. If anybody's got anything else and somebody wants to go let Odoron know what I thought, or I can walk over and go tell him myself.
I mean, you guys, never mind. I don't want to metagame.
I mean, did we decide out in the hallway, me and Odoron, if we're just gonna wait for Captain to come back?
That was the last time me and you had talked, yeah.
So I'll just say that, like, yeah, man, I think we're just gonna hold her in a dungeon, like with a bunch of guards and us.
Okay. All right. Is there that is the dungeon on the estate? Does that get her
I
in the
don't know.
building?
We gotta wait. We gotta wait and talk to the captain.
Okay, fair enough. I'm good to
Alright.
go.
So then we'll say that you guys have disseminated your plan to one another, and shortly afterwards, the captain comes back with a few guards so they can start cleaning up, and he is able to point you guys in the direction of a stable that is something that you guys could hold up in and defend.
With all due respect,
Um,
Captain, would the actual town prison be more apt to holding a prisoner?
He says, he says, yeah, we can, obviously take her to the prison as well if that's what you think is best.
Where is the prison?
Map.
I mean, I guess you don't have to show necessarily. I just want to know, like, is it? It's not like next to the Baroness's estate, right? It's just
No, it's her
No,
bedchamber.
it's not.
that's a
Yeah, it's
dungeon, not
not.
a prison.
Giggity. But no, it's not. It's on the other side of town.
Okay. Then I'm gonna look to the group and say, I mean, I personally feel more secure having her locked up behind bars with guards to assist.
yeah, agreed.
Okay.
So we agree, so we do it.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, you guys can bring her over to the prison. So for the sake of, I guess, expediency, we'll say that you get there and you are with the captain is with you, as well as you and Christiana, and he brings you up to the prison warden with your ward. And the man looks over at you guys and he says, well, what have we here?
I think it's a prisoner. This is a prison, right?
We are in need of a jail cell. This woman has committed several murders.
His eyes kind of go wide, and he says, don't tell me you found the noble killer.
No, we didn't. This is actually something entirely separate. But we need to speak to somebody who has more authority than you on what to do about the matter.
So
And he looks around and he goes, you understand that I'm the one who runs the prison, right?
I need to. Hold on. I'm gonna roll a d20, evens or odds, whether or not I'm ignorant enough to just keep talking. Okay, I go with it.
Right, but you're not the person that's in charge of the entire town, and that's the amount of, leeway or authority that we need to convene with before we figure out what to do with this prisoner.
He laughs and he says, the Baroness isn't going to waste her time with this filth.
She absolutely will.
He laughs again. He says, fine, go do whatever it is you think you're going to do.
You seem pretty apathetic for somebody who should be running a jail.
Apathetic?
How
Son,
are you gonna actually keep watch over this prisoner?
that's what I was planning on doing until someone here started telling me what my job was.
I mean, to maintain societal order, you have an obligation to hold prisoners in jail cells. I would hope that you're not stupid enough to spite this one over here for being a little bit uncouth.
We're going to hold her in a jail cell, and we're going to do everything that we normally do in order to make sure that we keep our realm safe.
Good enough for me.
Can I lean into Odoron and say, do we want to trust a bunch of guards with a master assassin, or do we want to send maybe one or two of us to go get the Baroness and talk to her?
Josh is so excited right now that you asked if we wanted to split the party.
Out of character, I fucking hate it, but like I'm trying to like play the spy.
I'm gonna ask. Well, I could ask you the same. Well, let me ask you this: how deep does your organization run?
An entire country, apparently over here as well. Enough to be afraid of, or at the very least take very fucking seriously.
I mean, who would you suggest we leave with them?
I will leave that up to you. Since I'm affiliated, I'm not trying to make decisions as far as that goes, but whatever you think's best.
I will stay. Go speak to your Baroness. I will stay here. I will make sure that she behaves.
Yeah, if she doesn't, he'll just put a crossbow on the back of her head. It's fine. Not even a bolt, the whole crossbow.
Jode's stories have gone far.
As we say, as I'm told, you're quite good at that.
Only for necromancers. This one has not proven to be a necromancer quite yet.
All right, so Rodok's gonna watch the girl. Who's gonna watch Rodok?
Who watches the Watchmen? I gotcha.
I don't like this accusation.
Odoron, would you feel more comfortable with me going with you to the Baroness or staying back here with my supposed affiliate?
Coming with us.
Okay. Can I suggest Pretos maybe stays back so there's a little bit of magic and muscle?
I'm just gonna look to Pretos.
Cat wave.
I'll take
Also,
that.
Chris, I just want to tell you that like I imagine you as the fucking cat dude from Invincible every time that like I'm thinking about your character.
I just can't not imagine you as a high Hrothgar, like warrior or something.
You can all imagine me however you want. We are all just perceptions of the people around us anyway, aren't we?
Oh.
In character? Or
Aren't you a sorcerer? I don't understand.
That's in character. The only words I'm going to say the entire night.
Okay. Are we good?
All right. We're off to see the Baroness.
I'm gonna put my hand on Odoron's shoulders to leave and say, "You understand that she is not to be unbound or unshackled."
Yes, I'll make that quite clear.
Did you just say you were going to put your hands on Odoron's shoulders?
Yep, that's what he said.
Man, I'm bad at names tonight. I'm Pretos' shoulder.
Just make sure she doesn't go anywhere. Okay, sorry.
All right. So, yeah, with that, she is taken into one of the jail cells, and we will have Rodok, who is going to be keeping watch over her.
Yep.
And Pretos as well, right?
Just Rodok.
I guess I'm going with you guys.
Pretos is out in the streets talking about existential crisis shit.
All right. So, yeah, and with that, you guys can go on your way to meet the Baroness. It's probably now around like 4 a.m.
Nice.
Do you want to point out that I still look like a tiefling, by the way?
I mean, knowing what time of night it is, I mean, is this something that she needs to be woken up for, or should we wait till morning?
That's for you guys to decide. I'm just letting you know.
I'd love to take a long rest. That'd be great. I'm sure the Baroness would too.
I mean, inter-country espionage, I mean, I think that's worth being woken up over, but that's just me.
Fair enough.
All right, wake her up.
Yeah. So let's go.
Okay. So then you guys get back to the city hall. You notice there are some, as you're walking through, there are some guards. Not really anyone else out. Then the guards. You see maybe some homeless people here and there, but that's really it. You get to the actual the city hall, and there are 2 guards posted outside. And as you guys come through, they give you a salute, believing that you are going back to your rooms.
I salute them.
That's all you, man.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
We require the Baroness and her services.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess just being straight up, yeah. Just we need to speak with the Baroness immediately.
They look at you and they say, "What for?"
We have specific orders from her, and we have a message of extreme importance.
Oh, it's about the noble's assassin.
With that, the guard says, "I believe it was the general who was handling that, not the Baroness." Can we get the general for you? I don't think it's wise to wake her.
I mean, that's fine. We can let the general decide.
All right. And with that, he ushers you into the common area that you guys were in previously, and he goes to grab the general. And
In on it.
do what?
He's in on it.
Shortly after, the general comes, and he's still wearing whatever pajamas you can imagine a general to be wearing, and he looks very sleepy, and he
Josh.
comes out. Yeah,
Can I possibly change into something before he shows up?
if you would like to.
I want to change into Christiana.
Okay.
That's it.
So as he approaches, he says, he looks at Odoron and he says, I believe you found the assassin.
We did.
And he looks around and he says, "You're missing people."
It happens.
And he looks over at what is Christiana, and he says, "And you have someone new?" And he looks very confused.
No, this is the form of the assassin.
And with that, he goes to grab a dagger from his pants. He says, "And you guys are just letting her wander around?"
I'm gonna elbow him in the side and be like, if you wanted to do this, you should have done it earlier. You're not even tied up.
Yeah.
The general looks very confused.
You're not wrong. Sorry. I'll change back into Saren and say sorry. I was trying to gauge your reaction to seeing the assassin. Apologies.
Like, with the information we've uncovered from speaking with her, it's wise to not trust anyone.
Well, what do you mean?
The assassin works for... I'll pause halfway through and... I'll let him speak about it. He knows more about it than I.
You see Saren kind of like weigh his thoughts pretty heavily in his head, and he says, she works for King Zarek Morton.
This is
one of
so
his
this
spies.
this is the first time I've heard that name. Do I recognize the name?
You definitely recognize the name. You know him as the king over in ruling over in Sedaris.
I pipe up and say the plan seems to run deep. Get rid of all of the older nobles and have their children who don't side with the council take their places.
They're trying to overthrow the council from the shadows.
It's a phantom menace. Sorry, I'm not here.
I believe we may want to wake up the Baroness for this, but I leave that up to you.
I mean, how much are you guys aware of this plot?
He looks at you and he says, "This is the first that I'm hearing about it, and the plan honestly makes sense. I think we need to have her questioned immediately."
We thought it wise not to bring her here with such a high value target, and we figured getting a game plan together would be good before putting yourself or the Baroness in front of her.
I want to ask you a question. After the assassinations, what's happened to those families?
After funerals and the different grieving periods of the families, eventually the next of kin took over.
And have their actions changed? Do they attend, the same, meet with the same groups? Are they, do they, like, what happens after that?
It says, donations from those houses have gone down drastically. We're not entirely sure what, if anything, they're doing with their wealth.
So, more or less, you can confirm what she's saying is true, then.
You guys told them the whole plan, or just part of it?
Just what we told him, that she wants to kill them and
Okay.
replace them with people who aren't on the council side.
Yeah. He says, that's what it seems like, yes.
So you think she needs to be questioned before we inform the Baroness of what we found?
We can inform the Baroness, but she does need to be questioned. We need to know how deep this plot runs, and if there's anyone else here in the city that we need to immediately find and infiltrate.
Just gonna be, completely transparent here. Technically still an active agent for King Zarek Morton. Not down with the outright murder of people, though, which is why I'm helping.
He looks at you in immediate distrust, and then he looks over at Odoron, and he says, I don't know if you have any suggestions, but I leave his fate up to you.
We're keeping an eye on him.
I say active might not be the worst thing for you guys to have a double agent who, still the king still thinks is on his side. Just saying. You didn't even know the plot was happening, so...
The real question is, why are you so quick to turn on your organization other than the fact that murder's involved?
Well, you asked Christiana if she was doing this for the money or for the, ideals. I was doing it for neither. My own selfish reasons, like, making sure people who are immortal don't stay immortal. Things like that. I like information.
You're saying money's not a selfish reason?
I mean, it is, but again, I'm not... Like, money's how I learn what I want to learn. It's not something that I want around or need. Does that make any sense? I'm trying to make the world a better place.
Kumbaya.
Aren't we all?
Kumbaya.
We can
I just-
we can unpack that later, but for right now we have something to do.
All right.
What do we have to do?
I don't know. Decide whether we want to wake up the Baroness or bring the captain. Bring what's his name over to Commander. Yeah, over to question Christiana.
I mean, again, I tried
What are
leaving
your
that
thoughts?
Huh?
What are your thoughts? What do you want to do? The general will do whatever it is you guys want out of those two options.
Who's the questioning? Is it him doing the questioning?
It wouldn't be him specifically doing the questioning, but he would probably be there and involved.
Okay.
I'll tell you, we already attempted to question her. You may need to bring backup and implore some alternative tactics, if you understand what I'm saying.
Let's wake up the
Nods.
Baroness. I want to wake up the Baroness because here's my thought, at least this is why I vote for it. The more people that know, the better. That way, in case something happens, we are not to blame. Being lizard folk and walking into towns, you're blamed for everything.
The general considers your words, and you convinced him. He says that he will go and fetch the Baroness. And so, sometime later, before she arrives, you notice that some people arrive in the room that you are, and they have tea and coffee and some, little fruits.
I hope so.
And shortly afterwards, both the general, and this time he is adorned in his uniform, and the Baroness come into the room. And she looks at you and she says, "So, I hear you were successful."
Partially.
I mean, we do have a prisoner. And just to not explain the same thing we've explained 3 times, we just explain what we found to her so far.
So she says, okay. She must be questioned. We need to see what it is they are doing, why, how, and how far it goes.
We thought you'd be better at it than us. We did our due diligence and didn't get very far.
And she nods and she says, luckily we have people just for this sort of situation.
I'm down with it.
And I want to also explain the trouble that we had getting her. I'm going to just say this was not an easy task to bring her in. So I would highly suggest that you do not... You treat her as the most dangerous prisoner you've ever had.
I would recommend stripping her down to rags and hog tying her to transport her.
There is some use of magics with her as well.
And she nods understandingly, and she says, I am very pleased that you were able to help us apprehend this criminal. I think we can take it from here.
So with the not wanting to, go over everything again, does the Baroness react at all to me being an active agent, or say anything about that?
She leaves the decision up to Odoron, as he is, in her eyes, the I guess their active communication with the council.
Okay.
I look at everybody and say, now that that's handled, it has been an extremely long day and night. And do you think we should rest up? I've got a meeting to keep this evening.
A meeting?
Mm-hmm. You were there.
Oh, that's right.
So, am I going to be relieved of duty, or am I just still like there?
Oh, you're never relieved of duty. You're just there forever. This is your new job.
Yeah, I guess we'll tell. I mean, I assume she's gonna mobilize and start sending people immediately.
She is going to mobilize and start sending people. Just I don't remember. You guys didn't give sending stones to anyone, right?
We don't have any now. Other
We
than
don't
me.
have an artificer to just keep making them. No.
It's not a thing normal groups have. Just hanging around.
Walkie-talkie.
God, who doesn't have artificers? I don't understand. Cool. So all that is happening. We have Pretos and Rodok, and so she was brought to a specific cell. As you can see, there is a magic circle on the floor, which is specifically to keep those who are within this room from being able to cast magic.
Oh, Rodok's useless.
You can
I mean-
it's a little off on what it shows, but it stops like right. Yeah, like it
Right.
stops here. So you are still useful.
I stay in visual range.
Um,
I'm picking up fighter. Fuck this, or rogue. Just gonna sneak
Good.
attack with the crossbow.
Completely out of character, right? He's got a map and we split the party. We fucked up, boys.
Yep.
Yeah, it is gonna be an ambush.
We have faith in you guys, though.
You got this.
So while you're
I'll dream
waiting,
about you while I'm long resting.
Exactly. Oh yeah, we're definitely long resting right now for sure.
the warden comes up to you and he asks, "What's she been doing?"
Near as I can tell, she's just been sitting there like she's waiting. What have you heard any news from the audience with the Baroness?
He kind of looks around nervously and he says, "I haven't, and I'm a little worried. We don't have as many guards here as I would like for someone so important."
Didn't we lie to him about how important she is?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I mean, kind of. Like they don't know that she's the murderer, but they know that we had to go talk to somebody fucking way higher up.
Yeah, you guys had to go talk to the fucking Baroness.
I guess that
he
makes
could
it
have
a bit
you know
more important.
your old character's int and he would know. Come on, without the headband.
You want to know a secret? F has the same int. He's just wiser.
Oh no. All right. Do you have anything to say to that, or?
Well, we'll try our best to stay vigilant.
I feel like I accidentally picked the best playlist for the session.
Right? Been very solid.
There's a reason
so
you
far.
were in charge of music in the past.
Fair enough.
You know what'd be really good right now? A guy that can shoot four bullets around.
Nah.
Did you guys leave him in the house, by the way?
He's unconscious with the. Yes, we actually did.
He's somewhere. No worries.
mean-
He's gonna wake up. Will's gonna come back and be like, "So where am I, by the way?"
You
I-
were in the house. You were in the
I just
house.
kept teleporting him along using my Phoenix, though. Every 15 feet.
I like it. I like it. All right.
Bam. Bam. Oh, no, he can't. He can't be willing. Never mind. He's unconscious. It doesn't
You
work.
can't give consent if you're not.
I
Conscious.
believe in one
there's-
of the first two sessions.
There's
Oh,
a,
that's
there's
right.
a house
specifically,
ruling.
He's always willing.
Yeah, there's a house ruling that party members can unanimously give consent for things that require consent. So even if they're unconscious, it would work.
All right. Let's just. We bamfed him. He came.
Yeah, I remember that in session 2. It was a
Yep.
question, and he specifically said, "Even if I am unconscious, I am always willing. I always want that."
What's his name posted on a ruling on Twitter?
Oh,
Jeremy Crawford.
Yeah, Jeremy Crawford posted a ruling on Twitter that that unconscious allies are technically consenting.
I like it.
That makes vortex warp actually useful then.
So, while you guys are chatting, a guard runs up to you, and he starts shouting, "Sir, there's an issue."
Of course.
What is the issue?
There's people here, and they're looking for her, and he nods over in that direction.
I'm not moving. I'm not falling for this bait and switch. Are you fucking kidding me, you little bastard?
And that's
Get
why
out
we
of
left Pritos there.
Tell them they can wait till the morning after the Baroness has made her ruling. We live in a society of rules and order. Tell them to take a ticket and get in line.
He salutes you, and he runs off.
It's like her like
And-
lawyer and shit, and we're just like not letting him see this. Oops.
And shortly, a little while after, you start hearing some clamor and banging going on.
That checks out.
Is the other guard still there?
The warden is still with you.
I turn to him. Historically, how well is this prison of yours defensible against rioters and incursions?
He looks at you and he says, this specific location, this is one of our smaller ones, but it generally holds well. But I don't know what it is we're about to be dealing. I don't know what it is we're dealing with right now.
Sounds like we might have some rioters. Can I make some kind of like perception check or something to see like how mobby it sounds?
Yeah.
+1. Okay, great.
There we go. There's definitely some noise.
Yeah, I mean, I might as well too. 18.
So I have a question. That circle, does it prevent all magic, or does it still allow magic items to activate?
It prevents all magic.
Okay. So Pretos, buddy, you're gonna need to step out of that circle.
I step out of the circle.
And you may want to unbuckle that mace of yours, buddy.
Bruce.
The enemy has +10 to wisdom saves.
All right. So with the 18, by the way, you can tell that there are people actively fighting.
I like the laugh track to that.
Okay,
Sorry.
so what I'm
Sierra's just
I'm
got a dirty
going-
look.
I'm going to walk down here and peer around this corner. What do I see?
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Literally just noticed that we actually had a map here. I was like zoomed into like the other half of the screen.
That's what I was
It's
saying.
like,
Oh,
oh,
it's just black.
We're a split party and there's a map. We're fucked.
Yeah, I brought this one instance of Chrome over so I can like expand it to almost the width of the entire screen.
Pay no attention to the character model sizes being off. All right. As you turn the corner, you can see there are some guards that are actively holding off some additional drow and other people.
I shout down the hallway, "Cease this disorderly conduct at once, or face the consequences."
Sorry. Fritos literally does just laugh behind you though.
He's gonna bring the
as
whole prison down on top of everybody.
as you shout that, you hear these people just laugh at you and continue banging on the cells, and the fighting just continues.
How many of them are friends?
So far, you only see two.
Okay. What are they winning? Are they losing? What state do they look in?
They look like they are starting to lose.
Okay. So, do you want us to roll initiative? Because I'm gonna do some combat-y stuff.
Go ahead and do
Okay.
some initiatives.
Oh, wait, I need to do this. Hold on.
Rashida. Okay. We have an 8 and a 17. Is that right?
Yep. I roll good.
Dose. So the 17 is going to go first.
Ah, shit.
Hold an action.
I just yell over to Rodok like, "Yo, what's the plan? Like, I don't want to leave her alone."
This is obviously a diversion. Keep watch on her.
All right.
Get ready
So-
to do a hit and pounce if needed.
So yeah, remind me, this magic circle, does it literally just the size of this thing on the floor, or does it like, if I go back to where she is, does that affect it back to, is like the entire
So-
cell basically?
It's like the block, like this block is fine actually, and then
Okay.
everything starting here and onwards is bad.
All the way to the back. Okay. Well,
All
then
the way
yeah,
to
I'll
where
just,
she's
I'll
at.
just stay where I am.
And you can see her.
Um,
And there's no windows or anything back there too. Like this is like completely, sealed off.
Has she had time for a long rest? Has she gotten all of her HP back? How is she looking?
I mean, there hasn't been enough time for a long rest. She still kind of looks, not
Alright.
good.
All right.
I mean, she did get a little bit of healing, but
I'm going to. What do I have on me? I can't do that. Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna stay here, I guess. Is there anything cool that I can do by staying here? Not really. I'm just gonna stay here. That's
not
my
really.
plan.
I'm just gonna stay here.
I mean,
Kinda-
like, if I actually had like a ranged weapon, I would like train it on her, and like if someone came around the corner, I'd be like, but yeah, I don't, so whatever. It's fine. I'm not
Okay.
trained for range.
So after that, you're gonna watch as the enemies just all swing at your allies, and you see as the allies get a little hit, and then the two allies swing back. The allies suck and they don't hit back. And with that, it is Pritos, or not Pritos, Rodok.
Okay. Gonna burn a level 3 slot.
Okay.
And I'm going to summon 6 minute meteors that's going to orbit my person. And then I'm going to so here's the thing. The minute meteors I can have it explode within a point, and everybody within 5 feet needs to make a dex save. So I
Okay.
want to aim 2. Wrong. Okay. I want to aim 2 shots right here. So I have 6 meteors. I'm going to roll for the damage. So 8 and 9. So they're gonna have to roll dex save twice. I'm gonna shoot 2 of my meteors, 2 of 6 meteors.
Oh boy. And it's all of them, right? Because of where you put it?
So it's going to be right here. So within
Yep.
5 feet, it's going to be the 3 guys near the wall, which I presume are the bad guys. No, it's only going to hit the
Yeah, no. I rolled right. What's the
But-
DC?
You rolled 4. It should just be 3 guys, right? So it should be this guy,
I said what I said.
There's people you can't see. Oh my god.
Oh, okay, got it. Understood. So DC 14 deck
4.
save.
Oh my god. Okay, that's some damage going on.
So 17 total damage for people who failed.
Alright, did they go prone or anything like that?
Nope.
I see I'm not needed here.
It just explodes. They take half damage if they succeeded on the deck save.
Okay, so the first one was 8, so the one person who passed was going to take a total of 13. Got it. Da, 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 da. Also, as you made the meteors go around you, this guy here just yells out, "You're so fat you have your own orbit!"
Quiet you. Gravity is a universal concept.
Just hear Bradley yell, "You tell him, Laurie Strode!"
Alright, and seeing the commotion that is happening, the warden is going to start making his way over to aid his people. And that brings us back up to Britos.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on her. I just want to know if she's doing anything at all. Otherwise, I'm sitting here.
He's sitting in silence, doing nothing.
Rodax got this. I heard some big damage.
You did hear some big
I
damage.
hear damage. That is the trait that I don't have dark vision, but I hear damage.
The wizard is doing wizard things.
Alright. You see blows get traded, and you actually see this person falls. Sure.
Right click on them and move them to the GM layer.
He's not like dead.
Oh, I mean, okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, and the one guy does not hit back. And you're gonna see one guard rush out and another man rush in. It looks like he has been splintered by your meteors. He is not
Great.
pleased. So the guard's gonna rush in, make a attack. Oh shit. This one goes down.
Took me 4 tries, but I finally found a good track.
Hey! Thank you. And this one is going to shoot his crossbow at you. If he's shooting through enemies, it's disadvantage, right?
No, it doesn't matter.
Huh.
We historically did not give a shit about it.
Does 22 hit you?
Yeah, 22 does hit me. But I'm going to use silvery barbs. Oh, wait, actually, they're within 60 feet. Hold on. Which
so.
person is it that shoots me? Hey, great. I'm going to silvery barbs.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a reroll.
You roll my attack.
I'm going to choose to just take the 22.
10 damage.
Alright. 10 damage. Hold on 1 second. And then I'm going to make a con saving check. I maintain my meteors.
Alright. And with that, that makes it your turn.
Great. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a 1 slot to hit target this guy for a guiding bolt.
Okay.
If I can find it, guiding bolt. Yes. 15 to hit with.
Yes, it hits.
8 radiant damage. Woo! And then I'm going to expend two of my remaining 4 meteors to target this corner. And dex saves again for a 6 and a 6.
Can you only do 2?
Yeah, I can only launch up to 2 per round.
That's the first one, and the second. Wait. Oh, these are all +2s. It's just be +1s. Oh shit.
Those are all plus threes.
Yeah, they're all supposed to be +1s.
They still pass regardless. 'Cause
Yeah, that's still pass.
if you beat, you beat, so you're fine.
All right. So hold on. Fail, pass, pass, fail, fail. All right. So you watch as your meteors explode and just annihilate the remaining enemies.
Yay!
Let's go. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I still get EXP. I was in the fight.
I'm
Incursion.
the boss fight.
Incursion halted, although that hurt a lot.
Wait, I
Okay,
have.
so
no,
you
I-
guys
I
get to
don't-
level up. The rest of the party, I don't know.
Yes. Splitting the party works
Charisma
again.
and deception checks, thank you. I played Skyrim and other RPGs. I know how this works.
So at this point, I'm going to realize I'm a little injured. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use Fey Gift, which is going to give us me and Pretos temp HP of 1d6 plus proficiency, which is 1d6 plus 3. Cool, 4 temp HP. All right.
Let's go.
I'll take
And
it.
then I'm going to drink the suspect healing potion.
It's time.
It's time.
Hold on.
All right, Seth.
I'm just gonna DM it to Josh.
Oh no. He's like, I don't want to be the one giving bad news.
Oh shit. You lose a level.
Yo, could you imagine?
You turn into a necromancer and feel the overwhelming need to shoot yourself in the back of the head with a crossbow.
Oh, wow. You no longer can cast spells.
Hold on.
All right, hit me. What
Hold on.
what am I suffering?
Hold on. I'm trying to. I wrote it out, but I want to just double check my notes from it just to make sure I was right.
That's how we know it's bad. Either that or it's really good. It's either that or it's really good and he doesn't want it to be good. There's no,
No.
in between here.
It's not. This is a direct. I'll send you a screenshot of my notes so that way you know that it's legit.
Oh, I believe that it's legit. I'm saying that the reason why you had to double check was because
No, I couldn't remember the order. So it happens in that order, by the way.
oh. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay.
Your dick gonna fall off.
Honestly, that's not that bad.
It was back when we were like level 3. He got that, so.
Can I put all of that in one thing?
I think so.
Or do I have to do 2 different rules?
I think you can do it in one thing. Well, because the intention is to do it in 2 different rolls.
Ah.
Because technically, with good enough rolls, could be a negative.
Wait. Could it be a negative? Am I
Well, it
stupid?
would be a wash rather, with exactly the right rolls.
Wait, is the second one just one?
Yep.
Or multiple? Oh. Oh,
God,
I
you
guess,
guys
yeah, theoretically. Okay.
This is very worrisome.
Oh, okay. Wait. You healed 3.
So, well, the intention is actually that you heal 5 and then you take 2 damage.
Ah, I see.
All right. I'll take my 3.
Wait, what did this musty ass suspicious healing potion taste like, Seth?
It tasted, like, you know how, like, when you take your first sip of a skunked beer and you're like, something. Hold on, something about that doesn't taste right. And then you take another sip, and you're like, it tastes like beer, but it tastes like beer adjacent because it's gross. That's what that tasted like.
Oh
Okay.
no.
It's like healing potion, but then like there's just something funky and off about it. Like it'd been left in the sun for too long.
I feel a little better, but also a little worse at the same time. Okay.
Like doing a shot and going.
Yeah. Yeah. I contemplate taking a swig of my my blessed water pouch, but decide against it for the moment. Because that one is what, just 2d4 plus 2, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So after you take your disgusting water or your disgusting healing potion, you guys hear the sound of more people entering the jail.
Player 2 has entered the battle.
And obviously you need to roll for initiative again. I'm kidding. It's just the Baroness and your compatriots.
Dude, Rodok doesn't take no guff. He's gonna take the first shot immediately.
Wait,
I
are
mean,
we,
I still,
wait, are
have
we there or were we resting?
I have 2.
Are you
Uh,
actually resting? Because if you're actually resting, then it's just the Baroness.
I'm-
And
No joke. I thought we were like legit taking a long rest.
Yeah, I thought we were.
And we were
too.
just sending word
Okay.
that we my intention of asking like if they were sending a party to go there was to tell
To relieve them, right?
to relieve them and tell them to come back to the Baroness's estate and rest with us.
okay. Well, so yeah, the Baroness herself arrives along with the general and a large detachment of special guards, and
Do
they
I-
come.
Do I recognize what the Baroness looks like?
You've met her.
Okay.
I don't know.
I-
Do you?
I've been... 10? Yes. I do.
An average intelligence. You got it.
I'm not face blind. I roll against face blindness. Yes, I recognize her. All right. So, upon seeing the Baroness, I release my concentration on my minute meteors as to not appear rude.
When
Then
that
I'll-
happens, they just kind of like fall. Do they go blue, or do they disappear?
So this is evocation. So I think I actually like.
Took
But it
pieces
says
of
I-
the ground.
But it says I create meteors in my space. So like, which is typically a conjuration thing. So I'm just going to say that the physical rocks just land by my feet.
All right, so say there's like chunks of like the fucking floor missing from you doing this.
Yep. My apologies for damaging your property. There was an insurgency that needed to be dealt with post haste.
As she's walking over the dead bodies, she nods and she goes, "You did well. Whatever we paid you, I hope it was enough."
I haven't been paid, but that is immaterial. I'm here to promote order for the greater good. That is payment enough.
So she looks over at the general and he says, "No, I gave the money to take care of things." But
I have not been paid.
then he says, "But I didn't anticipate that they would have to go this far. I'm sure that we can get the required paperwork to give them some more." And she nods, and they relieve you both of duty.
I trust,
And
and I throw my thumb that way. That one will be watched most carefully. She seems to be valuable enough that she deserved a jailbreak.
the Baroness looks at you very grimly. She says, "Oh, she'll be taken care of."
I nod and I go with Pritos arm in arm, I guess. The two are
Do you guys skip jauntily?
no. This is a very grim situation. We're not going to skip. That's a little too crass.
What if you get around the corner first, no one can see you?
Yeah, then we go. Then we do the full Wizard of Oz.
Solid.
I do need a heart. Oh, wait, no, courage. Wait, no, I have courage. Yeah, no, I'll take a heart.
No, see, in this version, you take away other people's courage with your mace. It's like the Wizard of Oz, but reversed.
It's the Oz Wizard.
Life tree.
Thank you.
The Doctor of
All
Doom.
right. And so, with that, we'll say that you make it back to your quarters so you can actually take your nice, well-deserved long rests, and I think that's where we will call it.
Whoa!
I'm gonna hit the
long
long
rest
rest button.
button. And my temp HP is gone. Okay.
Apologies for my suggestion ripping combat away from over half the party. I'm sorry.
No, I honestly
Fine.
thought splitting the party was the right thing to do.
It
Fine.
made sense RP wise.
Yeah, so as a
And it worked
hobgoblin,
out.
splitting the party hurts me because I have 2 uses per long rest of Fortune of the Many, which when the next book comes out is getting nerfed down to a max of 3. But until then, I have up to +5 to my attack roll twice per long rest, so long as I have like enough allies within 30 feet of me.
When what
And the
book
fact that-
releases?
Monsters of the Multiverse.
That released like 2 weeks ago.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's also I found out been available via the collector's edition alternate art box set since January.
Really?
okay.
Yeah,
I
I
should-
was talking about a guy that I work talking about it with a guy I work with. He's like, "That book's released. What are you talking about?" I was like, "Dude, no, it's not." Like, I showed him the release date for it. He's like, he went home and took a picture of his box set. He's like, "I have the book right here," and like the
Okay.
nice white cover art and stuff. I was like, "What the fuck? That's bullshit."
Going
Well-
to the D&D marketplace right now, or D&D Beyond marketplace.
Right. So then I probably have to go retune the Rachel because Fortune of the Many is a little broken right now because it basically gives me the channel divinity for the War Priest of giving it +10 once is nice, but very rarely do you really need a +10 to swing a roll. But 2 uses of a +5 is objectively way more useful because if ever you're going to need to use it, you're probably only off by a couple points, right? So
Yeah, Monster of the Multiverse
makes me-
available in digital, $30.
This was the multiverse, right?
came out 2 weeks ago, you say? Let's see, hold on.
Thereabouts, yeah.
For next session, if you guys have any sort of things that you would like to happen upon inside of specific shops or things like that, go ahead and let me know. I can't promise that they will have what you're looking for, but it does not hurt to try because,
Rolls.
there are shops and you guys have money and yeah.
Rolls.
I've heard Evan's Watch is the capital of cloaks of displacement. I really hope it lives up to its name.
And they definitely have lots and lots of machine guns, I heard.
Rolls.
Yeah.
Crossbows.
I want to buy the
I-
only machine gun and not give it to Will.
The machine guns are currently in across the ocean. Will's other character has found them.
There's got to be an import-export thing going on here. People got.
He just needs to find the right salesman. Unfortunately, he hasn't yet.
Every time he goes to a shop, just make him roll a D100, and if he gets a 100, then they have machine guns.
No, it has to be just a random number. It can't be 100. That's too easy. Because
That's
he'd
fair.
know,
It's-
right? Imagine he crits it and he's like, "Yes," and I'm like, "Oh no."
You had to
It's
roll
not
a
the-
17.
Chris, we did meteor checks for like fucking 2.5 years and nobody died.
Also, remember when I just killed the big bad with the fucking bombs on board our ship because I tricked God? Yeah.